You ever had one of those weeks where you swear you're doing everything right? You're skipping meals, you're on your feet all day, barely eating, and still nothing changes. Or worse, you gain a kilo and think, how the hell has that happened? You tell yourself it must just be a fluke, but the truth is, your eating is all over the place. Let me show you why that's holding you back and how to fix it. Fat loss is a lot like running a kitchen. If every chef on your team made the same dish in a different way, one of them adds some garlic, one of them goes ham on the salt, one of them chucks in some other spices that he just fancies putting in, what do you end up with? Inconsistency. Sometimes it's banging, others it's inedible. And your customers then are left confused, frustrated, and not coming back. And that's exactly what your body feels when your eating habits have no structure. Some days you skip meals, other days you graze on prep, and some nights you smash a full takeaway after service. Your body isn't getting a recipe. It's getting scraps and chaos, and it has no idea what you want it to do. So let's fix that. You're not eating meals. You're just getting by. Taste something here, a bite there, a bit of bread before service, an espresso to give you a boost of energy, or forget to eat entirely until it's cleaned down and your stomach basically caving in. Some days you might clock in at under 800 calories. Other days, between staff meals, taste and prep, and the Uber Eats you got after work, you're easily hitting upwards of 3,000. And you might think it averages out, but to your body, it's just chaos. You're swinging between two polar opposite extremes. It's like one day you serve a customer a perfectly cooked beef Wellington, pink in the middle, absolutely beautiful. But the next, you're giving them a half-cooked burger on some stale bread. How are they going to respond to that? They'll be confused, probably a little bit disgusted, and eventually they stop coming back. Or in your body's case, stop responding and slam the brakes on your progress. Your body isn't stupid. It's survival driven at the end of the day. When your eating habits are all over the place, it doesn't know what to expect. It doesn't know when the next meal is coming, so it's not going to reward you with the aesthetic fat loss that you want to see. One of my clients told me that he didn't eat all day, and he normally just get a pizza at the end of the night, and he was asking if that's okay because doesn't it all just average out anyway? And he thought, well, my calories are probably still pretty low, aren't they? But fat loss doesn't quite work like that, because if you're eating less than 1,000 calories 5 days a week, then that becomes your new norm. Your body adapts to that amount of food and it becomes your new baseline. So then every time you eat normally, you're actually overeating now, and your body stores that as fat. And when your food intake fluctuates so much like that, your metabolism doesn't really know how to adapt. Your hormones go haywire, hunger cues get pretty messy, and even if you technically should be in a deficit, your body doesn't feel safe enough to let go of that fat that it's storing. Just like a dish that changes every time, your body can't produce consistent results without a standard recipe. So here's the fix, right? And it's actually super simple. You don't need to go full meal prep mode. You don't need to track every single grain of rice. You just need to eat roughly the same amount of food every day. Think of it as giving your body the recipe. Same ingredients, same rhythm, same amounts. I had a client a few months back and he was a sous chef and he used to snack and skip meals constantly. But throughout the years, he tried absolutely everything in order to lose weight. He tried Weight Watchers, he tried calorie tracking, fasting, pretty much any diet under the sun. And he didn't know why none of it was working for him. But then when we introduced a consistent meal pattern, something a bit more predictable, a bit more structured, his energy stabilized, his hunger dropped, and he started losing fat pretty consistently week on week. So it wasn't a problem with the amount of things he tried or that none of them worked for him. It was the fact that he was constantly chopping and changing and there was no consistency in his day to day. But now with the new structure, his body actually trusted the plan. It was more in tune with what was actually going on and he could finally predict what was coming most days. So it stopped clinging to the fat, it stopped spiking, the cravings and the hunger, everything just finally clicked into place. And once he had that rhythm and that structure in place, we could tweak the plan by getting a bit more precise with quantities, with the macros he was eating, the calories, and that gave us more control over the fat that he was losing without any stress. So when your eating is random, your results are going to be random as well. But when you introduce that little bit of structure, everything changes. It's like having a collection of foolproof recipes for absolutely everything. Now every single dish comes out perfect every single time. Same with your body. You stabilize the inputs and suddenly fat loss becomes predictable. You're not just hoping that it might potentially work out. You're watching it work every single week. So it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You can still eat out, you can still eat takeaways, but when the foundation is solid, your body knows what to do. You're back in control, like the head chef running the pass again. So if you're done with the guessing and you want a system and a process that actually works with your shifts, with your stress, with your energy levels, you can book a call with me using the link below. We'll run through your current approach and the past approaches you might have tried, as well as your goals, so that we can map out a realistic roadmap for how to get you to where you want to be. Like I said, links below.